The linchpin from the start, the thing that always held the rest of the project together, was the vision for the Cottesloe Theatre as it was and the Dorfman Theatre as it now is. And the key move there was not just to make the theatre better, not just to improve the foyer that serves it, but also to place education right at the heart of what the NT does.
A lot of the ideas of the refurbishment were centred around audience comfort. Because the theatre, as much as it was a fantastic atmosphere, was quite an uncomfortable place to sit.
We've managed to find space for an extra 100 seats in what was already quite a tight space.
The seats are vastly more comfortable. And obviously in terms of audience coming into the space, the foyer is vastly improved.
We have a series of 10 motorised elevators, which each take one row of seats in the pit seating area. So we can change the rake of that pit seating from either a shallow rake, which meets the stalls balcony, to a steeper rake, which meets the first upper balcony.
We can now go from flat floor to shallow rake to steep rake in a vastly improved amount of time.
We did a lot of things here that haven't quite been done before. Certainly they were brave enough to go with us on a new seat for one of the most important theatres in the world. We've also got these things called strapitans, which are seats which fold out into the aisle. That's 10 extra seats in the best part of the house.
And Charcoalblue did a huge amount of work looking at seat widths, ways at the staggering of seats to really optimise sight lines, comfort, and indeed flexibility for all the numerous different formats that might be used in this theatre.
It's difficult to say we would actually pull this off the way we did without those two specific groups, without Haworth Tompkins and Charcoalblue.
We've always had an incredibly strong relationship with Charcoalblue, the theatre consultants with whom we've worked, I think, on all of our projects. And so ideas that have come out of previous projects that we've been developing together in really a continual conversation that just springs from site to site and from theatre to theatre was already there as a direction of travel.
It gives you a really kind of strong palette of colours to work from when you've got someone who's been in every theatre in the UK, who understands what your space is, who's seen shows in here, who gets to know the company.
Often the right technical solution is something that's very simple, well engineered, doesn't require too much maintenance perhaps. We're very keen on giving the client the most efficient solution so that they're spending the money on what's on stage and producing as many shows as possible.
I think they were a good team. Charcoalblue and Haworth Tompkins were a really great professional team to work with. I had complete trust in them. I didn't always agree with them, but I had utter trust in the fact that they were theatre people. They understand theatre, so it made life a hell of a lot easier to have people that understood the theatre itself.